Hello all. In this video, we will find moment of inertia of an arc. So here we will solve this example. Here we have to find moment of inertia of an arc of the cardioid. R is equal to a into bracket 1 plus cos theta, where axis of rotation is perpendicular to the plane of the arc. So we will solve this example using two methods. First, by direct method, and because here this our cardioid lies in xy plane and we have to find moment of inertia about z axis, the axis which passes through pole and perpendicular to the plane of the arc, which is z axis. So we can apply perpendicular axis theorem also. So let's start with first method, that is direct method. So moment of inertia, this is a formula, integration d square dm. This is our cardioid here which lies in xy plane. So mass of the arc is density into arc length, and therefore dm is equal to rho into ds. So because we have r as a function of theta, we have polar coordinates, and r as a function of theta, formula for ds is this, under root r square plus dr by d theta square into d theta. So let us calculate this. R is a into bracket 1 plus cos theta and dr by d theta is minus a sin theta. So after solving this, we will get ds as 2a cos theta by 2 d theta. So dm will be rho 2a cos theta by 2 d theta, and therefore I is integration d square rho 2a cos theta by 2 d theta. As nothing is mentioned about density, we will assume that density, that is rho, is constant. Okay, so here see, this is our cardioid, but this is not the correct figure for finding moment of inertia, because we have to find moment of inertia about z axis. So this is the correct figure, and we have to rotate this cardioid about z axis. So let us take one point, one arbitrary point on the cardioid. Now we have to find its distance from the axis of rotation, that is z axis. Because this cardioid lies on xy plane, the distance of this point from z axis will be same as the distance of this point from pole, that is origin. So therefore d is equal to r, and therefore I, that is moment of inertia, will be 2a rho times integration theta from 0 to 2 pi. See, here we are taking limits of theta from 0 to 2 pi because our cardioid lies in all four quadrants. Therefore theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, and d is equal to r. So it is r square cos theta by 2 d theta, which is equal to 4 times a rho integration theta varies from 0 to pi. So here it is very important to split this integral 0 to 2 pi into two parts, 0 to pi, because we have symmetry about x-axis. If you don't split this integral, okay, the moment of inertia for first two quadrants and moment of inertia for third and fourth quadrant will get cancelled with each other and will get answer 0, and therefore we have to take this as 2 times integration 0 to pi. So it becomes 4a rho integration 0 to pi r square cos theta by 2 d theta. Now let us calculate this. So it is equal to this 4a rho, theta varies from 0 to pi, a square 1 plus cos theta square cos theta by 2 d theta. Now here we will use substitution for theta by 2. So put theta by 2 is equal to t, d theta will be 2 dt, and the limits of t will be 0 to pi by 2. So we get this term 16a cube rho integration t varies from 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 5t 2 dt. Now for this integration we can apply reduction formula. By using that reduction formula we get this term, and after solving it we get moment of inertia I is equal to 256 upon 15 a cube rho. So this is how, by using direct method, we can find moment of inertia of an arc. Now we'll solve this example using perpendicular axis theorem. So here we have to find moment of inertia about z axis. So by perpendicular axis theorem, moment of inertia about z axis is equal to moment of inertia about x axis plus moment of inertia about y axis. So Iz, that is moment of inertia about z axis, is equal to Ix plus Iy. Now we will separately calculate Ix and Iy. Okay, so for moment of inertia about x-axis, that is Ix. So now this diagram we can use because we have to find moment of inertia about x-axis. Okay, so let us take any point P on this arc. Now what is the distance of this point from x-axis? So as we know, for any point Pxy in xy plane, the distance of that point from x-axis is nothing but its y coordinate. This height is nothing but y. Okay, so d is equal to y, and therefore Ix, that is moment of inertia about x-axis, will be integration this 2a rho integration theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, again because our cardioid lies in all four quadrants. Y is equal to the polar substitution, y is equal to r sine theta square cos theta by 2 d theta. Now same here, because we have symmetry about x-axis, this integration 0 to 2 pi, we have to write that as 2 times integration 0 to pi, otherwise the answer will be 0. So it is 4a rho integration 0 to pi and this term which is equal to this. Here we are using substitution for theta by 2. Theta by 2 is equal to t, so limits of t will be 0 to pi by 2. Now we got this term integration t varies from 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 7t sin square t dt. This integration again we can solve using reduction formula, and after solving it we will get Ix is equal to a cube rho 2048 upon 315. So this is the moment of inertia about x-axis. Now similarly we will find moment of inertia about y-axis. So if you again take a arbitrary point pxy, so here distance of this point from x-axis, now sorry, from y-axis, now it is its x coordinate, so d is equal to x, and therefore Iy is equal to integration x square rho 2a cos theta by 2 d theta, and x is equal to r cos theta, and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So again we have to split this, so it is 2 times integration theta varies from 0 to pi and this. So after simplification we will get this. Here we are using substitution for theta by 2 again. So after simplification we get this integration t varies from 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 5t minus 4 cos raised to 7t sin square t dt. So here for both the terms we will separately apply reduction formulae, and at the end we get this answer: Iy is equal to a cube rho times 3328 upon 315. This is what a moment of inertia about y-axis. So now we have moment of inertia about x-axis as well as moment of inertia about y-axis, and therefore by perpendicular axis theorem, moment of inertia about z-axis is moment of inertia about x-axis plus moment of inertia about y-axis, and you can see this sum is again equal to 256 upon 15 a cube rho. So this is how by using perpendicular axis theorem we can find moment of inertia. So in both the cases we got same answer. In first method where we solve by direct method, we got same answer 256 upon 15 a cube rho, and here by using perpendicular axis theorem also we got same answer. So here we have verified perpendicular axis theorem also. Thank you.